Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Trip, and welcome to the reaction for Super Showdown. I know it's not like usual where it's right after, but don't worry, it's all fresh in our minds. It's still all fresh in our minds. I'm just going through Twitter now because I had to see what some of the people were talking about, and so there's a lot of things going on here, and we'll just get right through it here, because I think we need to talk more about some stories than we do the matches, right? So we'll just go through here from the beginning. Talking about the kickoff match, Viking rated in the OC, it was 3 stars. The gauntlet match where we had R-Truth do a kind of underdog thing, fight from underdog, and then we had AJ Styles beat him. The club beat up Rey Mysterio, who's supposed to be the last one, and then Undertaker beat up them, came out, chokeslam AJ Styles to win the Twig Cup, even though he's not in the match. We had the SmackDown tag match between New Day and Miz and Morrison, which had Miz and Morrison win. They retained. By the way, the Viking Raiders match was 3 stars. The Gauntlet match was 3.25 star. SmackDown Tag Team title match was 3 stars. Next was Garza and Carrillo. I didn't give that a rating because I was doing some other things, so I didn't get to see it in its entirety. The Raw Tag Team match was 3 stars. Murphy and Rollins retains. Ziggler versus Mansoor, gave it 3.25 star. It was nice. The WWE Championship match, I gave it a ½ star. We're going to talk about that in a second. The steel cage match, I gave 2.5 stars. Roman, he beat Baron Corbin, which, by the way, WWE Championship match. Obviously, Lesnar beat Ricochet. The women's title match SmackDown title match between Bayley and Naomi, I gave 2.75 stars. And the Universal Championship match between Goldberg and Fiend I gave 1 star, which Goldberg defeated the Fiend to win the Universal Championship. And let's start right there. There are a lot of people on Twitter. I'm sure there are a lot of people who are upset, about the Fiend and about everything, and about all that. Why did this happen? This happened probably for 2 reasons. It happened for 2 reasons. One is Goldberg's appearances on SmackDown have been ratings grabbers. They have been, when Goldberg appears on SmackDown, whether it's in person or via satellite, the ratings go up. So why not put the title again on Goldberg, right? That's saying. But probably the biggest reason why is what they want to do at WrestleMania. They want to put the title back on Roman Reigns. They want to put Roman Reigns again in the main #1 main slot. And the Fiend is a very popular character. The Fiend's a very popular character. And what they don't want is they don't want Roman Reigns to defeat the Fiend and have it be this, sad, have it be this unthing, because the WWE has done a great job in keeping Roman Reigns out of the main event picture, keeping Roman Reigns to the point to where fans will want to cheer him and continue to cheer him coming off of his cancer. So you don't want to get back into that spot to where you have the whole mixed reaction for Roman Reigns. You just don't want that. And especially we can say, well, this dude's come back from cancer. Are there people out there that still still want to boo him? But yes, there was that idiot on Twitter, and I'm not even gonna talk about him, give his name out, but he said that when Roman first came back, he was doing those chronicles on on the network, and he said after one of the Chronicles had aired, Roman Reigns wants us to boo him, so we're gonna go ahead and boo him, guys. Let's go ahead and boo him. This is just after he returned from cancer, and you still want to boo this man? Man, get the fuck out of here, man. So so. And there are guys like him out there. There are still sure probably a lot of other people out there as well who still who want to boo him. They probably don't because they know how bad that looks. But yeah, so I'm sure there's and the Fiend and Roman Reigns beating the Fiend for the Universal Championship is a very perfect way, to get that crowd to boo him again. And that's just I don't think that's what they wanted. So that's why they put the title on Goldberg tonight. Now there is a third reason, and I think the Fiend may not be as it may not be as realistic as well. I don't know realistic. I don't know the word to say, but the Fiend just may not be like the way that they thought he would be, right? Because I'm not sure that there hasn't been any things online that's come out, but I think what this is just my opinion. I think what Vince's vision of the Fiend is and what Bray Wyatt's vision of the Fiend is was probably two different things. I think maybe Bray Wyatt sees the Fiend as this uh entity, this other personality, so that the Fiend protects Bray Wyatt from harm and from good, and from all those things he said in those vignettes, right? He helps him, and he is able to you know come out when needed to protect Bray Wyatt, um, and get revenge on Bray Wyatt's past, right? Um, but I think Vince saw the Fiend as a supernatural entity that should not be ever be beaten. And as we saw with the whole 18,000 stomps at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. And that's just, and that's not going to get the Fiend, you know, right. It's not going to get the Fiend into a spot that would make him, that people would say, you know, okay, he's unbeatable. Who's going to beat him? People see him as he's unbeatable and Roman's going to beat him. That's not, that's not the way to go. And that's the reason why they're just doing it. They're making him be this unbeatable thing because he was going to go to Roman Reigns. He was going to go down to Roman Reigns. And then once again, that goes back to the whole, just a total flip show. And that's why Goldberg is now your Universal Champion. And well, there are a lot of people that are upset. I can come back up here and I can scroll through Twitter again. And it's a very interesting video that was shared by Bleacher Report Wrestling. Roman Reigns was actually asked who would he want to face at WrestleMania, the Goldberg or the Fiend, and he said that he would rather face the Fiend, because of the whole future thing. So it's interesting. He's actually, he wanted to actually face the Fiend, but I think what Roman, and I think probably Roman probably doesn't care, but I think what Roman, should kind of care about is exactly, if he's going to be back on top and be the big dog, he can't be, he can't be getting that. He can't have that reaction of getting booed and getting cheered, and that mixed reaction that he got for the 2 or 3 some odd years before he announced he had cancer. That just can't happen. So, um, so I think this is a better way. I think this is a better way. I'm okay with Goldberg winning. I think the Fiend was all right. So So I kind of think this is the way to go. And this now puts Roman in the spot at WrestleMania. And let's also say this: we still have the Elimination Chamber match to go. We still have the Elimination Chamber match. So there can be a rematch between The Fiend and Goldberg at the Elimination Chamber match, and The Fiend could get the title back. So there is still that happening, but we will have to wait and see. So now let's also talk about now Goldberg and Ricochet. So there's probably a lot of I haven't checked Twitter on that yet. So that was a very interesting one. That they built this whole thing about Ricochet being the underdog and Ricochet having a shot at beating the Fiend, not beating the Fiend, at beating Brock Lesnar and doing what he needed to do to win. And all that happened was a couple of suplexes, some F5s, no offense from Ricochet, and it was a victory for Brock Lesnar. And I know a lot of people are going to crap all over that. So it is so I'm going to see if there are anything up there. There's anything on there. There's a lot of yeah, Brock. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of trending topics. Brock, Vince, Bailey, everybody's on here. It is amazing. Um, so yeah, so it's yeah, so people are gonna probably be upset that Ricochet was. They're gonna say he was buried or anything like that, but no, he wasn't buried. He's not going to. He's not going to be buried. This is not a burial. He's not like he's gonna start on a downward losing streak. Like this. He's going to come back. He's going to get his wins back, and he's going to be a star. So I think people just need to be calm and cool when it comes to Ricochet. This and I think I think this also helps too because once again what they're doing is they're trying to build. We already know Brock and how big of a massive man Brock is, right? And how much of a monster he is in the ring. So what they're just doing is they're just making sure he seems even more big for Drew McIntyre to conquer. And what happens if Drew McIntyre conquers Brock Lesnar in a minute and 5 seconds? At WrestleMania, it's going to be incredible, right? It's going to be fantastic. So again, I think understandably so, people are going to be upset that Brock Lesnar squashed Ricochet, but this is not a burial in any which way, form, or fashion. So I think people need to calm their nerves about that. And I guess finally we'll talk about the Undertaker, the surprise entered into this two-weight cup, so to speak, and him coming out there choke slamming AJ Styles and getting the victory without taking off his coat or anything like that. Once again, some people are saying, "Well, Jesus Christ!" I mean, AJ Styles, that shouldn't have happened to the Undertaker. Why are they doing this? Um, they're putting over stars of the past for instead of making new stars. But again, I think all of this can still lead up. I don't think this is going to be it for AJ, and I think AJ's gonna get his heat back twofold. They're gonna go to WrestleMania. I think they're gonna have a fantastic match, AJ and the Undertaker. Um, I do. I'm gonna give the Undertaker credit. I think he's gonna come out and have a fantastic night at WrestleMania. Um, but so once again, I think in all three of these cases, I don't see anything big any kind of big deals that happen with them. I don't think Goldberg beating the Fiend is a big deal. I don't think I don't think Ricochet losing to Brock in a squash match was a big deal. I think um don't think AJ losing to the Undertaker in 5 seconds is a big deal. It's not, because I think in all cases this this is going towards the greater good. And obviously, a lot of fans can't see that now. They can't. You guys can't see that now. You're like, how is this the greater good? But this is all going to go down to the greater good in the future. I truly believe that. So this was yeah, this was a Saudi show. It was okay at best. It was nothing really, nothing really bad, but really nothing really good as well. So I did my predictions video, and um at that time there were like only what there were only 7 matches announced. There's some other matches announced that came by. So I didn't do obviously, since they went in my predictions video. I didn't do predictions, so I don't count them. But let's go through and let's see how I did. Right, I had Brock Lesnar winning, which he did. I had Goldberg winning, which they did. I had Bayley winning, which that did. I had John Morrison and The Miz winning, which they did. I had Seth Rollins and Murphy winning, which they did. And I had Roman Reigns winning, which he did. And I had AJ Styles winning, which of course was The Undertaker. So that's a 6-1 record. Guys, I am 6-1 for WWE Super Showdown, bringing my bringing my cumulative record to 17-4 on the year. 17-4. So I am doing very good in these predictions. Let's keep it continue. We hit with the Elimination Chamber match 1 week from Sunday. Make sure you be here, because afterwards I will be doing another rapid reaction, a true rapid reaction. Hopefully nothing that goes wrong to have to make it be not one, but that's okay. So yes, like the video. Actually, post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys thought. I think I know what you guys thought, but again, just post it down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys thought about everything that went down tonight. And yeah, make sure you join my Patreon. Go to patreon.com/AJTrip. Sign up. 3 tiers, all for you. Hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy AJ Trip signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.